The flashbulbs are ready, the permits are filed, the entire city of New York is holding its breath. And just like that, Hollywood has a new obsession. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's private dinner sparks new wedding buzz. Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And for you listening right now, we are taking a deep dive into the absolute peak of modern celebrity spectacle today.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we have this massive stack of source material to get through. I mean, reports from TMZ, Page Six, Sports Illustrated, the New York Times, and like some very loose-lipped industry insiders.
Right. The insiders are always where the gold is.
Exactly. And our mission today is to just separate fact from fiction regarding what is, already been called the wedding of the century. Because when you combine a billionaire pop star and a Super Bowl champion, the logistics, well, they cease to be about event planning, really.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Right. It starts to resemble like a full-on military operation.
That was the perfect way to put it. I mean, I want you to picture the sheer scale of the rumors we've been tracking for months now.
Oh, the Rhode Island rumors.
Yes. The entire internet was absolutely convinced this was going down on June 13th at Taylor's $17 million Rhode Island mansion, which, made perfect sense.
Right. It's coastal. It's super private.
Exactly. And she literally just hosted a massive star-studded bachelorette gathering there. But overnight, the compass has just completely shifted.
We flipped.
Yeah, the Rhode Island dream is dead. And suddenly, we are looking at the concrete jungle. I mean, they are reportedly turning Midtown Manhattan into a heavily guarded fortress.
That was wild.
We're talking about an estimated $3 million rental just to lock down Madison Square Garden for multiple days.
The logistics of that pivot are they're staggering. To give you some context on how unprecedented this is, an event company called Winnick Productions has officially filed permits for extensive street closures.
Wow. Street closures in Manhattan.
Yeah, right in the middle of the city. They're constructing this massive exterior canopy around Madison Square Garden, stretching from July 2nd straight through to, like, midday July 4th.
That's a massive window.
And this isn't just, private security in suits with earpieces. The actual police are mobilized. Both the NYPD and Amtrak police are officially on high alert for what internal memos are reportedly calling a swift wedding.
I am still stuck on the $3 million price tag, honestly. And the location.
I know, it's unexpected.
Right. As someone looking at this from the outside, it sounds completely absurd. It's Midtown Manhattan. It is a massive sports arena built on top of Penn Station, which is like one of the busiest transit hubs on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
I just can't wrap my head around it. It's not a sweeping vineyard in Tuscany. It's not a historic French chateau. Where is the romance in getting married next to a hot dog stand and a subway entrance?
Well, see, you're looking at it through the lens of traditional aesthetics. But at their level of fame, romance requires a totally different kind of architecture.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Madison Square Garden is highly functional. Think about the physical structure of that building. It is essentially a colossal, windowless cylinder of concrete and steel.
Okay, fair point. No windows.
Right. And more importantly, it has highly secure subterranean loading docks and this whole underground parking labyrinth. So a convoy of black SUVs can drive straight off the street, plunge into the belly of the arena, and the doors just shut behind them.
Oh, wow. So no visual at all.
Exactly. No telephoto lens on a nearby rooftop, no paparazzi drone, and, no fan with a smartphone can get a single shot.
Okay, when you explain it like that, it's not really a wedding venue. It's an anti-paparazzi bunker.
Right. It is absolute totalitarian control over the visual narrative. And that control extends directly to the guest list, too.
Let's talk about that guest list because the numbers are crazy.
Yeah, so our sources indicate we are looking at an estimated 1,100 to 1,200 people.
Insane.
But here's the brilliant part. Nobody is receiving a physical invitation. The details are being distributed exclusively via text message.
Wait, I have to stop you there. 1,200 people for a $3 million event, and they are sending text messages.
Yeah, digital only.
That sounds so casual. It sounds like, a Friday night pizza party invite.
I mean, it sounds casual, but it is actually the most advanced form of operational security available. Physical invitations are a massive liability.
Oh, because of how many people handle them.
Exactly. They require printing presses, calligraphers, postal workers, couriers. Every single person who touches that thick cardstock is a potential leak. It's just a massive paper trail.
Right, I never thought about that.
But a digital invite, however, is a closed information loop. And these aren't standard text messages. They use encrypted, watermarked digital delivery.
Whoa, watermarked.
Yeah. The venue details can be withheld until literally 2 hours before the doors open. The schedule can be changed instantly. And most importantly, if a guest takes a screenshot of their specific digital invite and sends it to TMZ.
Let me guess they can track it.
Yep, the security team can use the hidden watermark to track exactly which guest leaked it.
That is terrifying, honestly, but also genius. But wait, if they are throwing a 1,200-person party at MSG, that totally contradicts everything we've heard about them wanting a private, intimate moment.
Right.
You don't have 1,200 people staring at you and call it intimate.
And that contradiction is exactly what our insider sources are clearing up. Because the massive Madison Square Garden event spanning July 2nd to the 4th,
Yeah.
it isn't actually the wedding.
Wait, what?
The reports suggest the MSG event is essentially a decoy, or, well, more accurately, a massive victory lap reception.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the actual legal wedding ceremony is reportedly a highly guarded, super intimate affair for just 100 people.
Only 100.
Right. That core ceremony might happen at MSG deep underground on July 2nd before anyone else arrives. Or it might be happening completely off the grid at an undisclosed location while the press is staring at the canopy being built in Midtown.
My mind is officially blown. I mean, they are treating their own wedding like a plot from an Ocean's 11 movie.
It's a total heist setup.
You have decoy locations. You have dummy schedules. You have a massive public distraction with street closures and police presence, all engineered to pull the world's attention in one direction, just so they can actually get married in peace in the other direction.
Exactly.
They are literally putting on a 1,200-person spectacle just to buy 100 people some quiet time.
It perfectly illustrates the core tension of mega fame, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you experience a genuine human milestone when your existence is a global commodity?
You really can't.
No, you can't just ask for privacy. You have to manufacture a fortress of distraction around it. Taylor Swift knows she can sell out Madison Square Garden in 3 seconds. But a wedding is the one event she refuses to treat like a stadium tour.
I hear you, but even if the ceremony is private, they are still putting on a massive show for those other 1,100 people at the Victory Lap.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's not even the wildest part. For you sitting there listening, wait until you hear the extreme length they're going to for the entertainment.
Yeah, this part is crazy.
If you think the text message security was intense, the physical construction for this party is staggering.
I mean, when you are hosting an event of this magnitude at the world's most famous arena, the entertainment isn't just like a wedding band in the corner.
Far from it. Multiple sources confirm that a massive, highly classified concert stage is currently being constructed from scratch, but it's not being built in New York.
No, it's hidden away.
Right. It is sitting in a warehouse in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, under heavy guard, exclusively for this reception.
And for those unaware of industry geography, Lidditz, Pennsylvania is home to the Rock Lidditz production campus. It is the absolute epicenter of global touring infrastructure.
Wait, really? Pennsylvania?
Yeah. This is the facility where the colossal multi-story sets were fabricated for Taylor's 2018 Reputation tour. It's where the intricate sound and lighting design for the Eras tour was engineered.
Wow.
It is a campus built specifically to cater to billion-dollar artists.
And right now, there is a sprawling stage sitting in one of their warehouses. The perimeter is actively patrolled by private security guards. We checked the touring schedules, and this stage has absolutely no affiliation with any current or upcoming music tour for any artist.
None at all.
It is being built solely to be trucked into Madison Square Garden, where A-list friends like Ed Sheeran are reportedly expected to jump up and perform.
So you're seeing a seamless integration of her corporate infrastructure with her personal life. She isn't hiring a local wedding vendor.
No, definitely not.
She is utilizing the exact same supply chains, the same union stagehands, the same lighting riggers, and the same military-grade secrecy that she employs for a global stadium tour, and applying it all to a party.
But I have to push back on this whole concept. I know we talked about the decoy theory, but let's look at the reality of this reception.
Okay, so let's look at it.
You are hiring the world's premier touring facility to build a stadium-tier concert stage. You are flying in over 1,000 celebrities, athletes, and industry titans. Entire blocks of the Marriott Marquis in Times Square are being booked out just for the Kansas City Chiefs roster. At what point does the pursuit of a private celebration just become a concert? Doesn't this massive footprint defeat the entire purpose of wanting to avoid a spectacle?
Well, that is the ultimate paradox of their reality.
Nah.
The machinery required to guarantee privacy is so massive, so logistically heavy, and so expensive that it inherently draws the very attention it's designed to deflect.
That makes a lot of sense.
To keep a secret in Hollywood, you have to build a very loud, very visible wall. The fortress itself becomes the attraction.
And the people inside that fortress are feeling the pressure. I mean, getting an invite to this thing sounds significantly more stressful than applying for a high-level government security clearance.
Seriously.
The entire guest list is locked down under strict non-disclosure agreements. We are talking about an inner circle that includes Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, and Patrick Mahomes. Even Chiefs head coach Andy Reid was cornered by sports reporters and asked if he had his suit ready. His only response was a completely terrified, can't talk about it.
The culture of the NDA in these circles is fascinating to observe, though. It isn't merely a legal document, it functions as a social contract.
How so?
Well, it establishes the absolute boundaries of trust. If a guest breaches that NDA, the threat isn't just a financial lawsuit. The real threat is social excommunication. You are permanently removed from the inner circle of the most powerful people in entertainment.
Which explains why everyone is acting so paranoid. I mean, San Francisco 49ers star George Kittle, who is notoriously good friends with Travis, was asked about the logistics.
Oh, I saw this.
He nervously joked that he has absolutely no idea where he's supposed to be going or what he's wearing. He literally told reporters he's half expecting there just to be a jumbo jet on a runway that will whisk them all the way to an undisclosed location.
He's highlighting the absurdity of being a VIP guest who is completely in the dark. But I think the most revealing reaction came from within the family itself. Travis's sister-in-law, Kelce.
Oh, I have been dying to talk about this. The pressure finally broke her.
It really did.
Kylie went on her podcast recently, and you could hear the sheer exasperation in her voice. She just furiously shut down the ongoing Swiftie interrogation.
Oh, yeah, she had enough.
She looked right into the camera and told the fans, "Nobody's effing telling you anything. I have no details. Look at that. That's how many details I have. None."
It was so funny.
I was laughing so hard. You can tell she is utterly exhausted by the questions, but she is absolutely refusing to be the weak link in the security chain.
Her frustration is completely valid, but it also demonstrates the intense gravitational pull this event has on everyone orbiting the couple.
Definitely. Hey, if you're loving these Hollywood twists and trying to untangle the psychology behind this level of fame, make sure you subscribe to the show because we've got even crazier stories ahead.
We really do. In fact, the most shocking detail from our source dive isn't about the people bending over backward to attend. It's about a highly publicized empty chair at the table.
Exactly. When you have 1,200 spots to fill, who makes the cut is definitely interesting. But who is intentionally excluded? That is where the real story is.
Right.
And there is one incredibly glaring omission. One of Taylor's oldest, most publicly celebrated friends, the actress Blake Lively, is reportedly banned from the wedding of the decade.
Banned is a strong word, but the reports indicate a total freeze-out. This represents a seismic shift in the Hollywood social ecosystem.
It's massive.
For years, Blake Lively and Taylor Swift have been the absolute gold standard for public friendship. They've vacationed together constantly, they've aggressively supported each other's creative projects, and the bond was so tight that Taylor is quite literally the godmother to Blake's daughters.
Right. So I need you to explain this to me. How do you go from being the godmother of someone's children, name-dropping them in your songs, to being completely iced out of both the intimate ceremony and the massive 1,200-person blowout?
Well, to understand the fracture, we have to look objectively at the timeline of events surrounding Blake Lively's recent film, It Ends With Us.
Okay, let's get into it.
Now, we are not here to litigate or take sides in the highly publicized, very messy feud between Blake Lively and her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. We are strictly analyzing the blast radius of that PR crisis and how it splashed onto Taylor.
Right. For you listening, we aren't picking teams between Blake and Justin. But the reality is their creative clash behind the scenes escalated into a massive internet-breaking controversy.
It was everywhere.
There were allegations of differing visions, warring PR camps, and intense public scrutiny.
Precisely. And as the legal and PR battles between Lively and Baldoni intensified, lawyers got involved and court documents were ultimately unsealed.
Which is where it gets juicy.
Exactly. Within that public record, private text messages between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift were entered into evidence and revealed to the world.
Oh, man.
According to the unsealed documents, Blake texted Taylor amidst the fallout, essentially asking if they were okay and admitting that she had felt like a bad friend for months.
I read the transcript of Taylor's response, and honestly, it took my breath away. It is so brutal in its cold professionalism.
It really is.
Taylor reportedly replied that she missed her funny, dark, normal-speaking friend, and then directly told Blake that her recent text messages felt like a mass corporate email.
Mass corporate email. That single phrase is a devastating indictment of how transactional their relationship had seemingly become behind closed doors.
Yeah, that stings.
In the context of Hollywood, where a celebrity's personal brand and authenticity are their most valuable assets, Taylor reportedly felt she was being maneuvered. The implication is that she felt she was being used as a PR shield, a pawn, to help manage Blake's deteriorating public narrative.
Okay, I want you to imagine the sting of that for a second. Imagine your most private, vulnerable text messages being unsealed in a court of law, printed in the news, for the entire world to read.
Nightmare scenario.
And the main takeaway for the public is that the biggest pop star on Earth, your supposed best friend, is telling you that you talk like a robotic PR spokesperson.
Yeah, you can't come back from that easily.
That isn't just a fight, that is a fatal blow to a friendship. And multiple reports are now saying Blake has simply accepted the reality that she won't be attending the wedding.
It's a harsh reality, but it perfectly illustrates how rapidly alliances shift in the upper echelons of the entertainment industry. When a massive PR crisis hits, proximity becomes incredibly dangerous.
Oh, for sure.
If a star of Taylor's magnitude feels their genuine authenticity is being leveraged for someone else's crisis management, the emotional boundaries are drawn immediately and without hesitation.
But let me challenge the severity of this. I understand the betrayal. I understand stepping back. But if you are throwing a victory lap party for 1,200 people, 1,200,
That's a lot of people.
you are inviting business associates, the guys who built the stage and lit it, backup dancers, athletes you've met twice. How badly does a relationship have to deteriorate for the godmother of your children to not even score a pity invite? Just stick her in the back row of Section 104 at Madison Square Garden.
See, it isn't a question of physical space, though. It's a question of public endorsement.
Interesting.
At this level of visibility, who you allow into your airspace is a statement of alignment. Allowing Blake Lively into that highly controlled, heavily scrutinized environment, especially when the press is analyzing every single arrival, would send a clear message to the industry that the rift is healed and the behavior is forgiven.
Ah, I see.
If the rift is not healed, the cleanest, most effective PR move is total, unequivocal exclusion. There are no pity invites when your guest list is a press release.
Wow. It's just wild to think about the human cost of all this. I mean, have you ever tried organizing a small dinner party with your friends, dealing with the group chat drama, the slight offenses, the seating arrangements?
It's a headache.
Now multiply that pressure by $1 billion, thousands of paparazzi drones, unsealed legal documents, and the entire world watching your every move.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that behind the glamour and the $3 million arena rentals, the human element is incredibly fragile.
Extremely fragile.
Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next, because we are always looking for that human story behind the headlines.
Which actually brings us to one final overarching theory that some very seasoned industry veterans are quietly whispering about right now. And it kind of recontextualizes everything we've discussed today.
Oh, this is the part of the deep dive that literally gave me goosebumps. Because what if we are all looking in the wrong direction?
Exactly.
What if the reports are right about the decoy, but completely wrong about the scale?
All right, let's look closely at the source material. One veteran insider suggested a mind-bending possibility. What if the Madison Square Garden street closures, the permits, the NYPD alerts, the massive stage being built in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
what if all of it is an elaborate multi-million-dollar ruse?
The ultimate historic fake-out.
Yeah. This theory posits that they have absolutely no intention of utilizing Madison Square Garden for anything more than a distraction, and that they might actually pull off the real event at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Which sounds completely deranged until you realize the corporate connection.
Exactly. The CEO of Madison Square Garden, Jim Dolan, is the exact same man who owns and operates the Las Vegas Sphere.
It's all connected.
The corporate relationship is already established. The NDAs are under the same corporate umbrella. The infrastructure to pull off a diversion in New York while utilizing the actual venue in Nevada is already in place.
And when you add in Taylor's undeniable obsession with numbers, it starts to look like a map.
Oh, the numerology.
She is famously obsessed with the number 3. She leaves Easter eggs in everything she does. We got a surprise 3 a.m. edition of her Midnights album. She writes lyrics about squeezing hands 3 times.
That's true.
June 13th was the old rumored date. Now everyone is pointing to July 3rd at MSG. Will the 3rd of July in Midtown Manhattan be the real deal? Or is this 1,200-person text message invite list just the greatest, most expensive wild goose chase in pop culture history?
It brings us right back to the beginning of our conversation, honestly. The astonishing lengths required to protect a private human moment.
Exactly.
Whether the final destination is an underground concrete bunker in Manhattan or a glowing billion-dollar orb in the Nevada desert, the spectacle itself is the shield.
The flashbulbs are ready, the permits are filed, and the heist is officially in motion. We'll just have to wait and see who actually walks away with the prize.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.